Hope this is working. Let me get on my phone. Excuse me. I'm sing along the tower. I would always said it on. Isn't there anyone to tell me why? No, I'm not gonna sing the whole time. Woohoo! We're started. It's just picture. Now that all is said and done, isn't there anyone to tell me who I am? Think that'll work. All right. I did not select anything to listen to yet. Um, so, all right. I didn't think this far ahead. Um, I guess we'll just get started. I kind of want this to have, you know what? Just make sure we're good here. Yeah, we're fine. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything that's not this picture. So, how are we going to start this? I kind of want to start with a dark background, very evocative of the set in the song. Um, oh, shoot. That's not, I didn't realize that wasn't something else. All right. Whee! All right, that'll work. Let me set this to multiply so I can work with that. Now, do we start with the lighting color or the local color? See, like, that is the question. There's lots of ways to do this. I keep having dreams I'm back in art school. And last night I had a dream that, like, this nondescript professor, it was not analogous to a professor I've ever really had. So it was weird. Um, the professor was like, oh, we're getting ready with paints. And it was just kind of like getting ready to feel the paint and like work with the paint and just kind of like feel out the paint. And I like jumped ahead to like actually painting with the paint. And he got so mad that he came over and he like wiped out the painting that I was working on. And I was like, you know what, all right. I know what I'm doing. I'll come back to it. But for now, we are going to we're gonna I think we might just do local colors. Not local colors, light colors first. Um so I want to kind of start with this really vivid pink that I've selected. And I'm gonna pick out what are we gonna pick out? Got lots of beautiful brushes to pick from. So let's try this one. Okay, that's got some nice gradation, but it's far too big. So we'll put the shape of the eye here. What's funny to me is that it doesn't catch, the light isn't catching the actual lip, it's catching like above the lip. So let's, I don't know, let's keep working. Um, there's a little bit on the nose. Now let's essentially dilute the paint and get like a nice darker paint to get these areas that are not quite as intense. And to start actually shaping the light on the face. Now I want to kind of remove my liner to see how this is shaping up. Pardon me. And it looks like the pink doesn't go much farther into this. So let's go with the blue. That's what I'm going to call it. It's more of a white light, like a cool white light. It's got the most space. And I want it to overpower the pink. The other thing that I have to consider is that while it's a very gentle expression, RGB is making an expression and the model is not. So we need to be very aware of what's going on there. It's going to cause a crease in the eyebrows. It's going to lift a little bit. Just a little bit. It looks like the brightest areas for this kind of blue color is right on the bridge of the nose, the forehead, and the cheekbones. And that's kind of where this is. The other thing we have to consider is the hair. There's no kind of accounting for the hair in the model at all, so we're going to have to freestyle the hair. Look at that. Look at how beautifully that blends. Oh, I love these brushes. Get a little bit above the eye. And we lost a lot of the intensity just there. Just remove some of this so I can see it clearer. Gotta lock in now. I think I want to switch brushes too because I'm not sure if I like this one. That one's still too big. But I like the shape of it. It's a good shape. Very gentle brush too. That's a really good brush. I'm really glad. I'm really glad I brought this brush set. It's really fun to play with. We're actually doing some stuff. Let's try another brush. I don't want to do blending. Do this soft brush. I think I've used that one before, and I liked it. Oh yeah, that's smooth. That is buttery. Something else to consider is that we don't have any true blacks yet. I've picked this kind of dark purple for the midground to work from, but we have a lot to get to before we hit black from this midground. And we also have a lot to work to before we get to white. You can hear my AC. I apologize. It is so loud and generally ineffective. But today I woke up and I was just real cold. Just insanely cold. It's back in here. Oh, we're starting to lose the plot, boys. His lip is curled, and I followed the I followed the directions a little too closely on that one. Let's get some darkness in under the eyes. You're having a good time, Luke. Can I get some silence? Good. Good, good, good. All right. Oh, ooh, we're losing some of the shapes. We're losing the shapes, boys. Just slide some stuff around. Get some good. I don't like any of that blending. Too big. Much too big. To smooth that out. Oh yeah, that's much better. So something to note is that the light does follow the bridge of the nose down. This is not all in shadow, and I need to fix that. So I'm thinking I don't like where the eyes are. Let's just just kind of go ham there, really. Connect the bridge of the nose up a little bit. Oh, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. We're losing the shapes. Blur down here. This is right here. Okay, I really like how that's looking so far. So far. Uh, um, I'm gonna start adding in the yellow light. So yellow, let's be real, is kind of a generous description. So that's this a little bit there. Get this general shape under the jaw, which is where it's its brightest, behind the jaw and the neck, but the neck is kind of hidden by the collar, so we'll need to come back to that. Behind the ear is casting shadow. Let's get a little bit of build up. And then there's a little bit on the brow up here. A little bit on the eye. A little bit on the temple. Mostly it comes up to meet the blue light. All right. Now I'm gonna blend like my life depends on it. Okay. Right, I don't think I have a strong enough crease here. Let's get this a little brighter. Right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna intensify some of this color. Get a little bit more distinction out of some of these shapes. Loving it so far. Oh my god. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. All right, now we kind of have to fuss stuff because there's no real, like, equivalent for the collar and for the hair. So here we go. I'm gonna light up the edge of the collar, but it's mostly gonna be in shadow. We also got to consider that this yellow light is coming in this way, so it might cast a little bit of light. Yellow light all on this collar. All on this collar. Rid of that. See how we're doing here. Frustrated with this spot where I feel like the nose gets lost in the opposite cheek. I feel like we're losing shadows. I feel like we're losing distinction. This one is into the hair. All right. So the thing is, oh, I had a curl on his face. So let's sort of carve out where the curl is. Oops, I did that on the wrong layer. I got maybe the money 1-800 stuck in my head. I watched a video about it earlier where someone put it into that beat game, that rhythm game. It was really cool, and I really liked it, and it was fun, and it got stuck in my head, and now I'm thinking about it. Right. I think the best way to do the hair is to block out like the dark areas first. So let's get this kind of dark color, make the brush a little bigger. Browsing. Let's get some shapes in on here too. Oh, god damn, that did a lot. Okay. God damn. Um, Ooh. Mhm. 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 Let's change it up. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm kind of locked in. I feel like there's a point at which I can't describe what I'm doing. It's just vibes. I think we've hit that point because the more I try to intellectualize about it, the worse I like it. So, might just scrap this and start all over. Yippee! Something about eyeballs is that they kind of stick out from the head. So sometimes they're at an angle that you wouldn't expect. There we go. Something about eyeballs is. I just got, I just paid for my Canva. Um, oh, that looks a lot better. I feel like we still got some wonkiness to work out with the eyes, but I feel like we've smoothed a lot of stuff out. I'm gonna get a little more brightness into certain aspects of the curls in my hair. I don't know. Let's fix this. Maybe the shadow. I'm trying to carve out the spots. We're gonna have a little more light. There we go. Bring in some more of the pink. I feel like there's a lot of volume to the lips that the model I was using really leaves out, and I think I lost a lot of it in trying to follow the model. I wonder if I should have even used it. Soften that. I really hate how this is turning out. Oh my gosh. I'm so frustrated. I might wipe this and start all over again. Because I really like to sketch. but I feel like we've lost the plot. What if we do this differently? You know what? We're gonna do this differently. We're gonna start with local colors, local-ish colors. Yeah, baby, we're gonna go Wild West on this. No rules, just right. Follow the intuition. Great. Wee. Keep him here. Wee. Keep him here. Wee. He's so gone. Wee. I don't know what I'm doing. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now let's give him. I should know what I'm doing. All right. Let's start getting serious. We are locked in. All right. Start with color in the cheeks. Color in the cheeks. Wee, wee, nose, lip, wee. This one's just gonna be more fun. Let's take our skin tone. We're gonna drag it a little more to the purple. I generally, whatever, when I'm painting without using like multiply layers and stuff like that, I take the color, I drag it more towards purple, and I bring it down and saturate it more. So like, this is how we're gonna ideally shade areas of the face. Softness around there, under the jaw, and behind the ear. And sometimes that's all we need to start cleaning up. Get some of the expression in there. Smooth it out. Doesn't this already feel better? This already feels better to me. I don't know about you, but this already feels better to me. Let's get some brightness into the skin. So the same way I do the purple, I do orange. So for darkness, I move more towards purple. For brightness, I move more towards yellow or orange and drag it up and desaturate. So then we're gonna hit the nose, hit the forehead a little bit. I'm gonna bring it down the bridge a little bit. Hit under the eyes. Chin. It goes to top of the cheekbones. Above the lip. Top of the bottom lip. And top of the chin. All right. Somehow, I don't know how, this just feels better. It feels a lot more solid to me. Get a little darker. Again, more purple. Down, saturated. Not quite that much, maybe. Get the nostrils in here. Corners of the eyes. Don't do it. Ah! Thank you. I hate when it does that. I also had a dream last night that I was gifted an ocarina. That was cool. I was like at like this weird like pop-up Ren fair, but it was exclusively Legend of Zelda themed. And I was like, oh man, that's a two-chamber ocarina. I really want one of those. And this lady just like gave it to me, and I was like, wow. I don't know how to play this, but I'm gonna learn. One day, one day. That's too much. It's too much, darling. Too much. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm about to stick some liturgy. That's cringe. I know I'm not following like a reference this time. Like, no, this is truly just winging it in the truest sense of the word. But like I just feel better this way. Merge these, kind of get best of both worlds type thing going. Ew. Nope. I've put on like a YouTube video to run in the background, but I've noticed for some reason that my laptop gets quieter when I'm like live streaming. I don't know why that is. I don't like it. I think it's because it's like, oh, your microphone is on. You need your noises to be less loud. And it's like, I would still like to hear what's going on though. Watch a good which bummer guy video or there's that new Wendigoon video breaking down the back rooms in detail. And I've only seen like one clip from it. He's like, "Can you pick up that phone there? That phone right beside you?" Because I called it, and he was so smug about it. And I was like, "Yeah, that looks like a fun video. I want to watch that." But I haven't yet because I haven't had the time to like sit down and dedicate time to it. Ideally, drawing is probably the best time to do that, but like I said, I can't hear diddly. I'm starting to hate this too. Oh no. Oh no. This is really frustrating. I'm really frustrated. I feel like this should be a lot easier than it's being. I feel like I'm messing a lot of stuff up. I feel like maybe I'm overthinking things. My brother, I was at my family's house yesterday, and my brother, who was recovering from an injury, put on the X-Men '97 that's on Disney Plus. Because I don't have no streaming services, so I don't know what's hip and with it, you know. Um, but he played that X-Men '97, and I was like, it was so cool. It looked really good. It was very compelling. It was very beautiful too. Um, he started partway through season two, I think. Um, when they're trying to defeat Apocalypse, both in the future and in the past. And the guys from the future came back on time, but the guys from the past didn't, and that was where the cutoff was. It was all, whoa, what happened to the guys from the past? And it's like the guy who becomes Apocalypse is like, you betrayed me, and Magneto's like, no. But I don't know. I don't know what's fucking going on. It was just really cool. He had a cool ass name too, and Sabanor. And then his the slave owner's name. His name was Kronos. I'm like they got a time in Egypt. Is that a thing? But he was like also a robot. It was really weird. It was really weird. Maybe I should cut my losses in this one. I feel like it's getting closer. Simultaneously, I feel like I am floundering. I can trust you. You won't judge me for what I say. The others couldn't handle it, 'cause my story's just too sad. Sorry. Oh my god. Here we go. I feel like adding that dark spot, like that contrast in there, really, really helps. I still haven't done anything on his hair. Not a thing. Overall, this is also really, really plain. It's not very, like, there's no variation in the color of the light. This is very plain to me, and I'm not super happy with that, but I'm also feeling like I can figure that out as we go. One of the beauties of digital art is that you can apply filters later. It's like, sure, sure, buddy. I knew what I was doing all along. Trying to get the crease in his brow where he's all like, oh no, all worried and sad and stuff. Get some of the bright over here. Here it goes. Okay. Okay, sick. Sick. All right. All right, we're gonna do the same thing with the hair that we did with the skin. We're gonna move the slider slightly towards purple. We're going to make it darker and more saturated. And that's where we're going to start shading. So I want to pull up my sketch again, kind of get the shape of the hair. The thing is, the sketch also has the TV head, which is kind of getting in the way. I also don't know why I like drawing curls when they're so goddamn frustrating. Okay. I feel like that gives us some guidance. That's a nice bright spot. And again, we're going to go do the same thing with highlights, move a little bit more towards yellow and a little bit brighter. And I don't know that I'm going to desaturate this anymore. So let's start shaping out and finding the curls. Really like this kind of platinum blonde that we've fallen on. I feel like canonically his hair is more golden. I wonder if I can find it. Is there a way to pause the stream without like stopping it? Or I don't know. Hang on. Let me see. See, okay. Okay. All right, let's go to mods page. Let's hit human time. These are ducks. Those are ducks. Those are fully ducks. Yeah. So if we pull up canonical imagery of what RGB looked like, this is a very golden blonde. I can't find the picture I'm thinking of. But this is very gold, not platinum. So let's back. But we're going with platinum because that's what we settled on. Oh, baby. It's a baby. Oh, my boy. My heart. What is it, my love? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because of visions of me creeping, left in seats while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sun. Oh, silence, Is it I do not know? I know it jumped a bit. Silence like a cancer grows. In my words that I might reach you. Take me up that I might reach you. But my words, like sad raindrops, fell and echoed in wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Finally, oh my god, I can't stop. Deeply cringe. Even Jax is like, shut up. He's like, Father, why would you do this to me? The thing about drawing pearls is it's so hard to create definition without going like absolutely ham. I do think this is coming together though. I think we're getting somewhere. You know what? I just had, oh, I mean, I wish I could. I wish I could go to Barnes and Noble right now. Just get like something to eat and just sit in their cafe area and like doodle or journal, like chill and vibe and hang the fuck out, you know? I got work tomorrow, but I already did all of my stuff for it. I did my shower this morning and I did my laundry last night, which is like not usual for me. Usually I'm scrambling at the last minute to get everything done, which is why we can live stream today because I didn't scramble at the last minute to get everything done. It was a little darker. Blonde hair has so much shift in value. It gets like really, really dark and really, really light. Especially if you get into like the platinums, you know? I don't know if anybody can hear me. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I have not I have not tested the audio myself. I know I can see it on OBS that it's reading me, but I do not know if it's picking up on youtube.gov.web.net.com. I'm gonna do a new layer for this one. I'm gonna get these pretty golden eyes. I'm saturated. Timus. Now comes the I'd give a fuck part. How do collars work? How do shirts work? Who who the fuck knows? Really? Who among us knows how to draw a shirt? See, now I gotta set them in there. I think we need to get a little darker under the ear. Back to here. Find some shapes in the ear. This is too flat now. Okay, we need to get it darker. Oh. That's better. And the golden world of silence. Wee! Wee! Right. That is so much better than the other one. Jesus. Trust your gut, people. Trust your gut. Let's get a little more definition on the schnoz. There we go. Maybe on the lips, down here, in the corners of the eyes. Beautiful. Okay, see now when I look at it on my laptop, it looks like he's sneering. You can't have that. Oh, he's beautiful. Look at this beautiful boy. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna get me a sippy. I haven't been drinking water. Get my pitch just crazy. I'm gonna put it in my car. And then put it in the water. Yummy, yummy. Bet you didn't know Elmo was gonna visit the stream. Ayo! How you doing, Elmo? Well, it was a long flight in, and Emma had to eat really dry crackers on the flight. Otherwise, could have gone smooth. TSA didn't give Elmo no problems. We're just having a good time. Yeah, Elmo, it's really good to have you here. Um, so tell me, Elmo, what brought you to this property in the first place? Well, it had to be the name. The property of hate. See, okay, I'm already. I need to stop. I need to stop. Oh. All right, beautiful. Sometimes if you're like in the depths of the purple and you still need to kind of adjust, you gotta go more blue. You kind of gotta pick. Sometimes you want to go more blue, sometimes you want to go more pink, but you do always want to kind of shift the color a little bit. Ooh. Like a sad falling tree, a song I know. What are we forever eternally chained. See, that's why I lose. I look up and my only viewer has left because I have been making noises. Just eternally chained. This is how I die. Why be left with no family and no friends? Excuse me. Goodness. Nice. Yep. Okay. Trust the process. Ooh, excuse me. Gross. Yeah. And that's why I got kicked out of the club. I'm kind of hungry. Are y'all hungry? I'm kind of hungry. We've been here almost 2 hours.